It's the 8th annual Yellow Pages Candlepin Bowling Championship. Competing for the $10,000 grand prize are Tom Ulster of Fiskdale. He qualified with a 4.54. And so, let me talk to you right now, the man who is going to be bringing that big check. This is Ken Primo, who is District Sales Manager for Yellow Pages. Got that money in your pocket?
Yeah, I sure have. Sure have. John, it's a pleasure to be here today to represent New England Telephone and the Yellow Pages family. And I'm sure all of the fine bowlers out here are anxious to get going, so I'm anxious to watch them.
Well, we all are anxious to watch, too, and we're so delighted with Yellow Pages. You've been with us for 8 years. I hope you're with us for 8 more.
Terrific. Thanks a lot, John.
All right. Now, we also have working with me today a young man who is going to be our legal expert, I guess, because he's on his way to law school, Harvard Law School. You all know him as the host of Candlepin Super Bowl. Here is Brian Leary.
Thanks, Don.
When does school start?
I'll still let Ralph Stewart handle the lob line. No, I want to. It starts in a couple of days, but this will be fun. Last year, remember, we only came down to 1 pin, but this year we get so many people. I'm not sure if it's an advantage to Tom to have to sit there and wait for an hour to get going, but this will be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, well, let's meet some of the bowlers. And first of all, we're going to bring up the 2 who will be participating in our first quarterfinal match. And, oh, excuse me. A little distraction for a moment from the floor. This is live. Remember, friends, this is live. Yes, okay. So our first match then is going to be between Tom Morgan, who finished 2nd, and Det Klein, who finished 5th. Let's meet them right up here. After all, the guys from Lynn are here, right?
That's for sure.
All right, Tom, it's been weeks and weeks and weeks. What's it like, sweating out every week?
Watching? Oh, yeah, watching, hoping that no one passed you, but now it's here. It's time to bowl.
All right, and Dad, you, of course, were the guy that was...
I was really sweating, yeah. I was watching every week, and I even called down here after the last taping session to, make sure that I was still in.
Well, you are, and we'll get to your match in just a moment. All right, now let's meet the guys who are also going to be in the quarterfinals, okay? Now, it is going to be Tom Senemy and Hugh Ferguson will be in the other quarterfinal. Okay, Tom, you rolled a 402 on a day when it looked as if you were going to roll about a 425 or so.
Yeah, the opportunity was there, but the last string was a struggle again. And, hey, I was happy to finish with 402 and be here where I am right now.
And, Hugh, of course, you had your 406, and you kept hoping that you'd do better. Everybody does when they finally know that they got a shot at it, right?
That's right. Well, I was on for quite a few weeks, so I hope for a bigger score, but I'm certainly happy to be here today.
You're also a lot lighter than the last time I saw you.
Well, I've been working at it. I lost about 20 pounds, and I've been doing some exercising, so...
You mean you've been in training for this?
This is a big thing for me.
Okay, well, it's a big thing for all of us. Good luck to both of you. I hope you have a very good string, each of you. Okay, now the man who is getting the bye, he's going to sit around, do nothing for about 3 strings because he rolled a 454, and he's a former Yellow Pages winner, Tom Ulster. Okay, Tom, this is nothing for you. You've done it before, huh?
Still nerve-wracking.
All right, now.
Look at the sweat on him. Imagine what he's going to be like after 3 strings watching here.
Or me. Look, I'm sweating already, too, just wondering about this thing. Do you think it's a pleasure to sit back there and wait? Or, well, at least you know you're guaranteed $5,000. That's the easy part of it. All right, we're going to get to this. It should be a lot of fun with 5 great Candlepin bowlers. We'll get to it right after this. Okay. This is it. The first ball is about to be rolled in the 8th annual Yellow Pages champion. This is Det Klein. Tell us a little bit about Det, Brian.
Well, now we've got I think every bowler here is over a 190 average. Det average is 129. Everyone with a high single of over 190. His high single is 191. He's from Marlboro, married with a couple of children, and born in Germany, although he got his Candlepin bowling experience here, he says.
That was our 5th place finisher, and as you know, this is a 1-string quarterfinal. Each of these bowlers guaranteed money, and then, of course, he can gain some more depending upon what he does. But the 2 who are eliminated in the quarterfinal will still wind up with $1,250 and the prestige of having participated in the very first of our Yellow Pages Championship, in which we had 5 bowlers. Boy, that's a tough one. Almost a picket fence across the back there with the 7, 8, and 10. What a try. This is so important, Brian, when you figure that they have one string only to do it in the...
They've been here for a while, warming up for a string and a half, but it's not the same.
Okay, here's our number 2 qualifier, Tom Morgan of Lynn. Tell us a little about him now, please, Brian.
Tom's from Lynn. He averages 120. Does his bowling at Baldinelli's Bowl. He also works in the machinery down there. He's got a high single of 192 and averages 120, as I said, a high triple of 448.
And, of course, his brother Mike was in one of our previous championships and defeated Joe Donovan that time. As always, a very large contingent from Lynn here, very enthusiastic. And that would figure not just because Tom Morgan is here, but Tom Seneme's also from Lynn. Oh, that close is right. But the 5-pin's still there. A 10 box. And that brings up Det Klein again. Al Giglio keeping score on our big scoreboard today. And Frank Galazzi keeping score between Brian and me here at the desk. And that's what Det is looking at. And it's frame by frame. There you see, folks, and now Det Klein moving over to lane 38 here at Sammy White's Brighton Bowl, where we're live. 4th frame for Det Klein. And we're still looking for our first mark. Oh, Brian, they have got to be so tight.
Not to get too graphic.
Ralph Stewart, there he is. Not to get too graphic, there's Ralph Stewart. Okay.
But just to emphasize the prize money we're dealing with and the sweat that is dripping off of these people already. And we've only bowled a couple of boxes, and it'll get worse.
As you saw, Ralph Stewart is our loud line judge and referee, and Don Riley is our alternate judge today. Now Tom Morgan. Five, 7, 8. Didn't get, obviously, what he wanted to do, which was to brush by that 5. There it is by itself. Nowhere near it for the 9. Now Tom Morgan, and we have gone, as you know, 7 frames. That's Morgan against Klein in the first quarterfinal. Our second quarterfinal will be Ferguson against Seneme. Now he'll have to work out of this.
Now, we told you that Tom has a 120 average. The average he's prouder of is a 520 average in a slow-pitch softball league. In fact, he's on his way to Waterloo, Iowa, Thursday to play in the national finals.
Oh, that's great. 520, huh? Boy. All right, here's Det Klein. 1 pin separating our bowlers after 4 frames, and we're still looking for our first mark. And is that it? No. Oh, that 9 pin would not go. You can hear the crowd reaction. And Det, I'm sure, wants to stamp his feet, do anything up here if he could set up some vibration and knock that down. Spare? No! How about that?
This is incredible with the averages that these guys carry in here. We've got 9 boxes and have yet to mark. Come close, though.
You know there's got to be a lot of pressure. Here it is, a live audience. The television lights are on. and there's a lot of money on the line. The difference right now is at least $1,250. Because the winner will go on to the next tier, and then the loser of the next tier would be guaranteed at least $2,500. The winner of the next tier will be guaranteed $5,000. Just amazing. Now, time called by Ralph Stewart. He wants to get that loose ball.
Funny, he doesn't run when we tape these shows. He only runs when he has a live audience.
That's mean. Bill Rubin, of course, is our producer and director, and he's tying all this together and now trying to keep it together here on the air. Yet not too happy at the moment. Joanne Panto is our statistician and secretary, as usual. And she has a new hairdo, and she's also celebrating her birthday today. So happy birthday to Joanne Panto. Tom Morgan has himself a 1-2 lead. Yes! And you can hear the crowd reacting. That's the first of what we hope will be many, many marks.
Only a matter of time when you've got 5 guys come in here with high singles all over 190, 3 of them over 200. You know you're going to see some marks.
7 is the fill, and another opportunity with this little triangle. That's the 6th. No, didn't get it. It was a 3, 5, and 6. A 10 box. Okay, Tom Morgan with his 7 fill on the sphere is leading 63 to 56 through 6. Now, Det Klein. Luck for Det Klein.
All these guys come in with pretty significant resumes. Det is this year's men's doubles champion in the state tournament. Previously won the state team championship.
He's beginning to show a bit of discouragement right now. He's frustrated, and rightfully so. Now, that was a bad delivery. Hey, and he came back and made a spare out of it. How about that?
Well, needless to say, that's just what he needed with only a couple of boxes to go as we see it again. It's pretty much the equivalent of having a strike. If they were all there, they all would have gone down. He only knocked down 3 in the first ball, and now he has a spare finally.
Tom Morgan. Oh, baby, we're warming up. Watch this now. Here is the strike. 7 on the first ball.
That's not the type of thing that Det Klein wanted to see after finally getting it going himself, and to face this now.
Second bonus. He made it! Now, Det has 2 frames to go, and he would like to blast out of here with a couple of strikes. Wasn't to be. 5 is the fill. He's got a diamond right, plus the 7. For the diamond, he made the diamond, but unfortunately the 7 is still there. And time called. Ralph trots down to check on that pin. The hand 10 for Ralph Stewart. And Det Klein delivers and settles for a 9. He's at 90 right now. Right now, Tom Morgan has 93 on the board, plus what he gets on the next ball, with 2 frames to go. All right. Pretty good shot at a spare here. The 2 and 5 with Wood, yes. That puts him at 100. And obviously the best he can roll is 110. A very frustrated Bob Mayo is here, too. He just missed being one of our 5. He was the 6th finisher with a 400. 108. Now Tom Morgan has a chance to add to some bonus money. He has 2 marks in a row. Here's the bonus. Time call. Ralph Stewart wants to go down and take a check on that pin to see where it is in relation to, it is in back of the Deadwood line. So it is playable. Tom just missed. Tom Morgan has won. The question now is, what will he finish at? And what is he determining here? Well, he has already knows that he has moved from $12.50 in money to $2,500. But when we finally get into the semifinal, the bowler with the higher quarterfinal score will be rolling last. And that's what he's hoping for probably at this moment. Try to find a pretty good score here to carry into the semifinal. Oh, beautiful shot. Let's take another look at that one if we can.
Boy, obviously there's a great advantage to Tom Olster to come in as the top seed, but I would think right now there's a greater advantage to Tom Morgan to finally get it going here. As we see yet another one of his marks. He has a chance now to keep it on a roll and win 3 more strings and take home $10,000.
Tom Morgan has finished with a 128. Al Giglio puts it up on the board. Det Klein congratulating Tom Morgan, and Tom Morgan will be moving into the semifinal against the winner of the match between Hugh Ferguson and Tom Senemy, which will be coming up right after we remind you once again that the first quarterfinal was won by Tom Morgan of Lynn over Det Klein of Marlboro, 128 to 108. Quarterfinal match, and leading it off is our 4th place finisher, Tom Senemy of Lynn.
Tom averages a 124. He's got a high single of 200. Again, we told you 3 of our 5 final contestants over 200 as a high single, and a high triple of 455. Does it bowling at Post Office Lane.
What a start for Tom. I love to watch Tom Senemy bowl. He is, without question, the most relaxed-looking bowler I have ever seen.
He is smooth considering the circumstances here. He works for the Mass Lottery Commission. I asked him to give me a number tonight. The only one he had in his mind was 1000, I
think. This may be tough to get at the way the wood is placed, but we'll see. He'll be trying to kick it left if he can. Oh, beautiful! Look at that. The ball flew and just caught the top of the 10. All right, here's Hugh Ferguson. Hugh Ferguson was our 3rd place finisher.
Hugh's from Hanover now. He has a high single, the highest one of the bunch here, 212, and a high triple of 486. He averages 120. Hugh is married with a couple of children, does his bowling at Carlisle Bowl.
Same spare leave that Senemy made. Just missing that number 1.
Hugh has won state championship to his credit. Last year he won the team title with Bridgewater, 2nd in the singles last year.
As you can see, Tom Morgan has moved after defeating Det Klein 128 to 108 into our semifinal, and we're determining now whether it'll be Hugh Ferguson or Tom Senemy who will be opposing him in the semifinal. Second frame now for Hugh Ferguson. Little break. 7 fell. Doesn't have to worry about that baby. But now it can be a little tricky. He's got the 1-3, but it has to be hit just right, because that wood is not touching the number 1. Oh, yeah. All right, Tom Senemy comes up with 2 marks in a row, a chance for $50 extra in bonus money if he gets another mark here.
Here, you see that spare again, just where he had to hit it to make sure the wood didn't give him any trouble.
Oh, big 9.
His Lynn buddy Tom Morgan must have warmed it up for him.
Yes. Fourth frame. 2 full that time. That's, well, I would call that an impossible split. I won't call it for Tom Senemy an impossible split, but the object becomes the number 2. He moved it. An 8 box. He was unhappy with that, having missed the 6 and the 10. Here's Hugh Ferguson, and this is a bonus ball for Hugh on that spare you see in the second. He wanted to get the head pin and didn't, so he had to settle for a 5. And if this goes, it'll be spectacular, and it can go. Difficulty might be with the 8 pin. No, he got the 1 and the 8, but left the rest of them, which was the 3, the 7, and the 10. A 9. In case you just tuned in, this is live, and this is our Yellow Pages Championship, 90 minutes of candlepin bowling. Our big annual show. First prize, $10,000. Runner-up prize, $5,000. Third place bowler, I'm running here. Oh, boy. $2,500. And then fourth and fifth, $1,250 each, plus whatever bonuses they can gain.
Same story on this one. Chances are it won't go, but if it does, it sure will look nice.
Yeah! It was pretty. There it is. And the last one to go down was the 8 pin. Tom Senemy back on the line again. This is the 8th annual Yellow Pages Championship, but this one is different. And all the other 7 have been the 2 top bowlers in the previous year. This time it is the 5 highest 3-string totals in our regular Saturday matches. $9. 71 through 5. The 4, the 7, the 8, and the 10 with 3 pieces of wood. How will he play it? Well, we knew what he wanted to do. He wanted to send that wood flying over there to take care of the 10, and he was concentrating on that triangle just as though there were no wood. $9, 80. Now Hugh Ferguson comes up. He has a spare up on the board. Big 8. But more important, it is a spare leave. concentrating on that 4 and 8 for a spare. Wow, and he came perilously close to a log.
Almost, yeah. He's thrown a couple of long ones so far. But this just shows how good these bowlers are. He was down by 20 pins just a couple of boxes ago, and now should he fill this one out, he'll be dead even. So they can catch up ground in a hurry.
Big 9. 71 to 70 right now. And if he gets that kingpin, the number 5, he'll have $50 in bonus money and an opportunity to take the lead. Yes. Now Tom Senemy has to feel the pressure because at the moment the match is even, but Hugh Ferguson has a bonus ball to roll to add to his 80. Looks like a pretty good answer to me right now. Yes. Oh, baby, we have a beauty going.
We keep getting surges on both sides. We had 3 in a row by Tom Senemy to start us off here in the string, and then 3 in a row just a couple of seconds ago by Hugh Ferguson, and now Tom Senemy with another mark. So ebb and flow.
Big hit, a 9. Yes. Oh, boy, this is a beauty. Now Hugh Ferguson, and this is the bonus which will give him the lead at least temporarily, depending upon what he can do. He has 3 marks in a row. Every mark now, as long as he can keep this streak going, is worth $50 each. 6 is the fill. That puts him at 86 to Tom Senemy's 80. However, as you know, in the 7th and 8th, Tom has spare 9 and spare. For the 4 horsemen. Yes! Oh, boy! Let's look at that again. Oh, a perfect domino effect as he hit the right side of the number 1. And it, of course, into the 2. Oh, he's got a tough one here because the 5 and 6 are parallel, and behind that you have the 9 and 10.
These guys are getting downright piggish, as if 10,000 isn't enough for them. Hugh's got $100 in bonus money. Tom Senemy with 50, maybe a chance for more if he marks in the 9th. Some kind of bowling.
This is a tough shot for a spare. Oh, so close to getting some backdoor action off that 10 into the 6th. It's a 9, and that puts him at 111. Tom Senemy right now is at 109, plus what he gets on the next ball. Thin hit. Just 4. That gives him the lead by 2 at the moment. 113, 111. Going into the final 2 frames, and he's got a tough split. No mark.
Well, just to show how tough this is, Hugh Ferguson has 5 marks in 8 frames, and he's still a couple of pins down, so.
9 box. 122. Frames left to decide the 2nd quarterfinal winner. Just what he wanted, right? A half Worcester left. Now he goes to the right. 2 full on the head pin. So the door is open for Hugh Ferguson, trailing by 2 going into the final two frames, and he will be opposite a 9 and a 6.
Well, that hurt, which is not all that hard to get.
Ferguson to advance into the semifinal. Boy, this has been a 5 of them.
Down.
9 of them. He needs 9. 9 pins to win. 8 pins would tie it, and then we'd go into the 2-box roll-off.
It's funny to watch the other 3 guys sitting over there. They're all itchy and edgy like everyone else. As if they were Hugh Ferguson about to throw their ball.
All right. He needs 2 of them ties. 3 of them wins it. It's tied. He needs 1. He'll win. Oh, baby, what a finish to that one. Hugh Ferguson wins it by 1 pin to that semifinal match right after this. Okay, here now is the semifinal, and leading it off is Tom Morgan, who won his quarterfinal 128 to 108 over Det Klein. Now we've stepped up a level in prize money also. The winner in this will be assured of at least $5,000 because he'll go on into the final. And the runner-up, good start for Tom Morgan. The runner-up is assured of at least $2,500.
Well, remember, he finished up with a flourish at the end of his first string. I wondered whether sitting out a string would matter. Obviously not.
Nope, it's not going to drop. Oh, he wanted that 4 to knock over the 7. Now he's got to play off the 3-pin here. 3 and 6. Ah, nice try. Move that 3 over, but it's a tough angle to get. It has to be so precise, and they are, as you know, 60 feet away. Rolling a small ball with a skinny pin. Spare leave. Too bad. Well, that's not quite what he wanted to do. Some young voice behind me just said right on the nose, and that's what he did. But he didn't want it to be right on the nose. He wanted it to be either right or left of that number 1 pin.
Neither one of these 2 guys had missed the nose that often.
He knew what he wanted to do. He wanted to just shave that number 2 pin and kick it over so it could take down the 6 and 10. Now he'll play that 6-10. Got only 1 of them, so it's an 8. Tom Morgan in the lead. There it is after 2 boxes. Spare leave. He got 2 of 3 in his last spare leave in the previous frame. And does it again.
You can't see him, but obviously sitting and watching all this bowling was too much for Tom Olster to bear. He's over sneaking in a couple of frames a couple of lanes away, so they'll be all warmed up.
Don't blame him. Now Hugh Ferguson comes up. So the 3 survivors to date going into our final, or rather our semifinal, are the 3 who were top seeded. Still looking for our first mark.
Down by 7, that's hardly a problem for you if he just remembers back to a string ago. Remember, he was down by 21 after 3, and then he came back with 4 marks in a row. Got some bonus money, and he also got the match out of it.
Looked like a strike for him. He may have difficulty in getting at that. He may have to play that piece of wood way over to the left and try to use it as a sweep.
Yeah, it looks like there's no way to get by it, just to try to hit it and hit it in the right place.
So let's see. Oh, he did. He actually used it as a launching pad. Tom Morgan has just the 10-pin and a beautiful piece of wood right up against it. Those are the kind of spares that all the 72 average bowlers like to.
As you can probably hear, Tom Seneme's ill fortune was Tom Morgan's good fortune. He's got the whole Lynn crowd behind him now.
Big 8. And the 6-10. Ooh! Mark that down. 6th frame. Now Hugh Ferguson comes up. Seven, but not exactly the 3 pins he wanted to have left standing.
Actually, with that wood down there, that you probably couldn't do a better job if you went down there to place it yourself. If he hits that head on, by the looks of it, geometrically, should all go.
Well, I'm going to just call it, you know, spray and pray.
That's right.
It worked, whichever way.
You got to use him for your prayers from now on.
And the 7 finally wins. 2 in a row. Oh, big 9. He's got the 3 pin to pick up for $50 more in bonus money, but more important, to give him the lead in the match. He leads by 1 now, but I mean, basically, I'm talking about a comfortable lead. Although nothing's comfortable today, I don't think. Spare, no!
Well, we can mark that down, too. 6th frame.
Yep. So each of them has missed one in the 6th. One pin lead right now for Hugh Ferguson. Tom Morgan comes up. 4 frames each. Boy, that's really tough. Brian, that's really all he could do with that. He had to be very lucky. He got some kind of a freak sidewall bounce if he was going to get that 5-pin. He was very fortunate to get the 9. He played it well. Oh, just when he needed it.
All right, here's again. He came in the left side just when it looked like he was losing it. He comes back with a real flourish here.
Hugh Ferguson. I'm sure he's thinking about the single pin in the 6th frame right now. Not much you can say.
Boy, he moved it about 3 inches, but laterally and not vertically, I guess.
83-81, Ferguson going into the 8th frame of a single-string semifinal. Opposite a strike. Position for Tom Morgan right now, leading the match by 2 and rolling 2 bonus balls. Oh, 2 in a row. Here it is.
Same side, came in the left side.
Beautiful 1-2 pocket hit. And there it is. And nobody has to tell any of you who watch us all year long what 3 strikes in a row mean. He's getting himself psyched, you can tell. Oh! 1 pin away from an extra bonus of $1,000. Great finish. He can have $50 if he knocks this down. Another 50, and he missed that one. Excellent string. He's at 138, 139. Now we'll see if Hugh can do anything. It doesn't seem possible.
I told you earlier, Tom Morgan was off to the slow-pitch softball world championship. He's supposed to leave Thursday. I asked him what would happen if he had to leave yesterday, and he said he wouldn't have left. Now I can see why.
Oh, that did it.
One, you was only a step.
Best he could roll right now would be a 129. Of course, he'd be rich. Because it'd be 3 strikes in a row. Interesting, isn't it, that the man who was the 2nd seed is going to be the challenger against our top seed. And they actually finished in the order in which they came into it. You come right down to it. We'll see what the final total will be for Hugh Ferguson. Right now at 109. Okay, Hugh will finish in third place with $2,500 in prize money. And Tom Morgan, now guaranteed at least $5,000, will be going against Tom Osta. They'll be competing in a two-string final for a first prize of $10,000, and as I said, a runner-up prize of $5,000. And we'll be getting to that right after this. Okay, here it is, and we're about to start the final, and our challenger will be the man who has just won a quarterfinal and a semifinal, Tom Morgan of Lynn. This is a two-string final against Tom Osta. First prize, $10,000.
Actually, Tom Morgan's bowling today about as well as he bowled in qualifying here. He had a 414 in order to make it.
Oh!
And right now he's at, what's he at? 267 so far. So he's bowling at just about the same pace.
$10 for Tom Morgan. There you see it. Morgan, Ferguson. Now it is Morgan advancing to go against number 1 seed Tom Osta. That was only justice. Now your first look at Tom Osta after we look at the replay. And Brian, tell us a little bit about Tom Osta.
Well, you should know a little bit about him. He's definitely qualified with the highest total here at 3 strings, 454, which was 40 pins more than Tom Morgan. Tommy's got a high single of 206, high triple of 496, and he averages 130, head and shoulders above everyone else.
Well, he came back from a bad first ball, 5-pin going down last.
Not easy spare leave. Now, even though it looks like he's been just sitting here for an hour, he has been warming up off stage, so these pins dropping shouldn't be all that surprising.
One thing that fascinates me about watching Tom Osta not only is the fact that he's a great bowler, but also in most cases, he's waiting for something to settle down now, but most cases he just grabs that ball and fires. Now Tom Morgan. Good effort. As you know, this final is 2 strings. Made it! Despite the fact that the ball skipped off the foot foul line.
You see, it looked nice and smooth at the end. As Tom mentioned, it did take a big bounce, but right on line.
Now, Tom Osta. He had the bye. He was our top qualifier with the 454. Tom also won one of our previous Yellow Pages championships, was a $10,000 winner. He's the only man to come back for 2. League average 130, high single 206. He's motioning for that piece of wood to get out of the way, and you can see why he wants it out of the way. Now he wants it to stay so he can get a clean shot at that 5-pin. Because if it hits the wood first, the wood will go right, the ball will go left, and the 5 will remain there unless he gets... Oh, all right. So dangerous. All right, we are partway through the first string of our final, and the score right now is Tom Morgan, 45 with a bonus ball to roll. Tom Oster, 46 with a bonus ball to roll. Tom Morgan, and he is rolling a bonus ball. Is the fill. Now let's see if he can make the spare. He has the 1 and the 10 with wood. I mean the 7. 1 piece of wood. Yes, he made it. Here comes the bonus. Oh, big hit. Almost a strike. 1 more to pick up for another mark, and that would make it 3 in a row for Tom Morgan. He did it! $50 in bonus money for Tom Morgan and put some pressure on Tom Oster. Let's see how Tom Oster answers this. He has 8 as a fill on his, and he's going to try to make it 2 in a row right now. With the 5 and 8, no! We're going to pause quickly now on our Candlepin Bowling Network for 5 seconds for station identification.
This is WCVB-TV, Boston.
Tom Oster. Well, he may not have made the spare.
It's interesting to catch a little cameo shots of Tom Oster on the side when Tom Morgan was racking up all those spares. Tom just didn't flinch. He'd been here before, obviously, a former winner.
7 was the fill for Tom Morgan. He's trying to make it 4 in a row. Playing off the 3-pin. Oh! Now play the 2, but only got 1 of them. So it's an 8 box. Remember, this is a 2-string final. And this is it. $10,000 to the winner of these 2 strings, $5,000 to the runner-up. Plus the rest of the bonus money. That's what he's looking at. No, too far left. A 9 and an 8. Plus 2 bonus balls to roll. First one.
It's the first time that Tom Oster stepped in without having to face a mark, and opposite him in the 2 frames that have been bowled ahead of him.
9 and no mark to follow. 9 again. 6-pin lead in the match for Tom Morgan. Tom Oster opposite, a 9 box. Nine box. 6-pin lead in string number 1 of the final. That is a tough spare leave, I want to tell you. 4 horsemen left and the 9-pin. They much prefer to see the 10 up there. He got the 9, maybe concentrating on it a lot, and didn't get the 1 in the corner, the 7. 10 10 box, 116. And we have then an exciting final string to go.
Tom's had a tough time getting his roll down the last couple of frames. He bounced those earlier. He almost threw a lob in the previous box, but it's hanging in.
Yes. 126. Boy, I'll tell you, he's had 3 fine strings. 128, 139, and now he's right now at 126 plus. Superb bowling. And a big 8. How about that? 134. Tom Osta. Tom missed the head pin. Oh, look at that.
Just to put Tom Morgan's strings in perspective, had he bowled those 3 strings during the regular series, he would have qualified for the...
Highly unlikely he'll mark. We have seen the spread eagle made, but it's very, very rare, and it's spectacular when it is made. Nope. He was trying to brush by that number 2. Each bowler has his own favorite side in trying to make the spread. In the match after 1 string of our final. And Tom Morgan, who finished second among our 5 bowlers and worked his way through a quarterfinal and a semifinal to come in here and challenge, leads after the first string of the final, 134 to 119. Folks, this is it. The final string. And Tom Morgan leads by 15. Oh, what a way to begin.
Boy, he has really done some kind of bowling. Again, you see his favorite side coming in from the left side. He's had, geez, I forget how many in the 4 strings now, but that's maybe 4 strikes, 5 strikes.
Still has another bonus ball to roll.
Make the shot!
Doesn't matter what he's left with. There they go.
Just beautiful. All right, Tom Osta with the pressure really on. Now he's down by 26. No, it's not going to go. Tough. Oh, how about that? Was that a beauty?
Now that is clutch. Imagine stepping up there facing a strike and a spare and then getting a spare leave like that, but he's got it, and so he's still in this.
Oh, I'm telling you, I don't know how these guys can do it under this pressure, but they are bowling superbly. Tom Morgan. 7, and he's got the same spare leave that Tom Osta had in the first frame of this 3rd string, which is a tough one with the 5 and 6 side by side. Tom Morgan, who came into this 3rd and rather 2nd and final string with a 15-pin lead, and then added to it, making it 26. We don't know yet until we see what Tom Osta gets for a fill on his spare in the 2nd. Pair of nines. That opens the door for Tom Olsta. Here's the fill on that spare in the second. Oh, 7-10 split.
That's a cruncher. After getting it going with that, making the mark in the box before this.
So now he will work for the 9 box. He tried, as we saw. He wasn't going to quit. He was really going to try to move that over and get a 10 anyway. Spare lead. Yes. In completed frames, Tom Morgan leads by 20. Boy, at this moment, every pin is so important. Three 9 boxes in succession for Tom Morgan after a great start here to the final string with a strike and a spare. This is the 4th consecutive string for Tom Morgan as he worked his way up through a quarterfinal and a semifinal. All right, Tom Olsta, if he gets hot right now, could eat up that 25-pin deficit. Here's the first bonus ball. This will not be easy because there's distance between the 2 and the 7. But he made it.
You know, even though Tom Morgan has the lead that he has, I would imagine the pressure would have to be on him as we take another look at it, because Tom Olsta is bowling so well, and you know the guy averages 130 pins every time he throws it up there.
Oh, what a break he got there.
Might be time to start listening for footsteps, I think.
Yes! Boy, there is some clutch bowling, Brian.
This thing has changed around in a hurry. Overall, the difference now is 16 pins.
How about that? Talk about clutch bowling.
Before we talk about what the lead is again, we're just going to have to revise things. Tom Morgan goes in on the right side this time. He's got 6 strikes now in the 4 strings.
Another bonus ball to roll. Eight is the total fill. 9 in the box. He has 2 frames left. He's at 101 through 8. Now remember, he had a 15-pin lead coming into this string. Tom Olsta, bonus ball. Yes! Oh, what shots!
He's keeping that cash drawer open. That's 4 in a row, $100 in bonus money, but more important than that, he's in the lead.
7. 4 marks in a row. 5 marks in a row. Oh, what candlepin bowling.
5 in a row. There you see it go. He is right on target with everything that he throws.
Final 2 frames coming up for both bowlers. The diamond wins again. Nine, 110. Oh, so close. Oh, look at poor Tom. Tom Osta comes up. At the moment, he leads the match by 1. He's overcome the 15. He leads by 1 plus this. Look at that. He has 6 marks in a row.
There you see it, right on it. Now, this is incredible considering he has been sitting here for an hour and 5 minutes before he gets started.
2 full on the head pin. Little anticlimactic now, huh? He has won it. For the second time, Tom Osta has won the $10,000 in our Yellow Pages Championship with a great, great finish. He came from 15 pins down going into the final string and won it. Rolling a 149 to Tom Morgan's 120. And the final 2-string total, Tom Osta 268. Tom Morgan, who rolled 4 strings getting into the final, 254. What a finish. And we will be back and present the prizes right after we pause for this. How about that, huh? Yeah, right. Great. What a finish. 2 superb Candleton bowlers in our final, and the other 3, of course, everybody bowling well. Somebody had to finish first, and as it turns out, oddly enough, as you know, they came in seated with Tom Osta, Tom Morgan, Hugh Ferguson, Tom Senemy, Det Klein. And how did they finish? How about that, huh? All right. So the 4th and 5th men, naturally, as we talked about, were Tom Senemy and Det Klein, and they have each won $1,250, and they also have a little silver tray to take in. Brian? And with the compliments of Yellow Pages, you get that, and of course, in addition to that, you are also going to have your name engraved on each of these, and you can put it up on the shelf to know that you were part of our very first 5-man Yellow Pages Championship. And I thought you had it there for a while.
I thought I did, too, but you came after me.
Yeah, he sure did. And, Dad, I never saw anybody more frustrated than I saw you in that.
Couldn't get the extra pin today, that's all. Kept leaving one up all the time, and you just can't have that. You got to get them all.
Are you glad you came?
Oh, yeah, I enjoyed it.
Okay, fine.
Glad I was sitting back on the last one.
Thanks, guys, and we'll look forward. We know we have a new season starting next week, so I expect to see you. All right. Tom Morgan and Hugh Ferguson were the winners of our quarterfinal matches. They went into a semifinal, and someone had to be the runner-up, and it turned out to be Hugh Ferguson. Hugh, want to come up here? Huey, you bowled superbly. I know you're disappointed, but there is a little bit of balm in the fact that you're going to take home $2,500 and also $100 in bonus money, right?
That's not too bad.
You did bowl very, very well.
I'll work a little harder this year.
Yeah, well, Tom, of course, was really on today. He made it tough for you, but you bowled very, very well. And what can I say?
Maybe next year.
Maybe next year. Okay. Brian has a little larger tray.
Make up for it.
All of these compliments. $2,500 from the Yellow Pages, $100 in bonus money, and your name will be up on there. I don't know, maybe you're going to serve something on it, but I wouldn't if I had my name engraved in that.
I got to roll off tomorrow morning for Channel 5.
Have you? Okay. I expect to see you here then. All right. Bye. Okay, now let's, I think this guy who worked so hard, rolling 4 strings, deserves a hand for his superb bowling. We're talking about Tom Morgan. Tommy, Brian has already told me that you have another athletic endeavor which you're about to participate in, taking your .520 batting average somewhere.
Yes, to Waterloo, Iowa. We have a play in the regional team, Marino Construction, and we came in first in the States, and we went on and won the regionals, and now we're going to Waterloo, Iowa. We're leaving Thursday. We play Saturday morning.
You got some pocket money to take, haven't you? Huh?
Sure do now, huh?
That's right. What did he have here? We have $5,000 plus. You only get... It really is. I mean, you kept putting those two together.
Well, I never got the third one, though. I wanted that triple strike, though. I dream about that.
Oh, I don't blame you. Sure. And it's, besides, it already belongs to Lynn right now.
Right.
Okay.
He's here, too.
Is he?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I guess half of the city is here. At least the guys that you bowl with, anyway.
That's for sure.
Let's see. A 128 and... let's see, a 128, a 129, a 134. I mean, a 130, a 134, and 120. Not bad for four strings.
Not bad at all. I'll take it every time.
Yeah. All right. Listen, you know, of course, again, that we're starting a brand new season, huh? You're going to be in one of our rollouts? You're going to come back here?
I'm trying hard.
You want to be back here again next year?
Sure do. I love it.
I don't blame you. Okay, Tom, you did a superb job. Really. Okay. All right, boys and girls, here he is again, our champion. The only man to be in our Yellow Pages championship twice, and then obviously the only man to win it twice.
What a match. Nerve-wracking. Probably he was going out there. He was bowling terrific, and I had to mark every box to come back at him. And
what a streak, though. 6 marks in a row. And I could see that the adrenaline was flowing. I mean, you
took over. It relaxed me.
It was a beautiful feeling, huh?
Yeah.
Brian, here is the...
Hope he dried his hands off because this baby's heavy.
All right, now, Brian, I'm going to bring Ken Primo in here. Tom, you remember once before that Lou Seacard from Yellow Pages presented you with to have an envelope in this pocket, and it says 1000. I love it. $10,000.
Great match.
All right, Ken, I saw you. You were really enjoying it, too, weren't you?
I sure was. One of the most exciting matches I've ever seen. Picked out the 5 best bowlers in New England, and you brought them right down to the wire.
It was
Congratulations on another great show.
Well, listen, thanks again to Yellow Pages for making all this possible.
Very good.
This is the 8th consecutive one. Good. Brian, come on over here. What do you have to say to this young man after what he did?
Well, I hope you have a towel because you're going to need to dry off there.
Yeah.
All right, did you 26 pins down after the first box in this one? Nervous at all, edgy?
Yeah, it was tough.
How about warming up over there? Was that to get ready or was that to beat off the nerves?
I think it helped both ways. Beat off the nerves and helped me to get ready.
Yeah, that must have been a tough feeling to be sitting there while the other guys were bowling. I mean, it was nice. You knew, of course, you were going to be in the final. You came in the building guaranteed with $5,000, but, boy, you really had the pressure on it, too.
Yeah, I want to win.
Well, it's difficult to turn somebody when we're on live like that, all right? Okay, but we're all having fun, and you are the 10,000 prize winner for the second time. I think we had a sensational match, really. I mean, all the way down the line. I hope you loved it, because I did, and Brian did, and especially Harry. Bye-bye, everybody. See you next week.
Candlepin Bowling Yellow Pages Championship has been brought to you by Yellow Pages. Money in the book is money in the bank.